Good morning, friends. I am Sushma Puri, author and founder of the Human Dharma, the right human way of living that helps one live a good life and enrich the whole. The Human Dharma is a book and a US based non profit religious organization. I am starting a series of book reading videos from my book, The Human Dharma. Today I will read Disclaimer, Preface and Chapter 1 Introduction. Disclaimer. The tips and exercises contained in this book, The Human Dharma, are derivations from factual analysis and are mere recommendations. It is up to the reader, practitioner, to test and adopt only those tips and exercises which best suit him. The author or the seller or the publisher does not assume any responsibility or liability whatsoever for the use, practice of any or all tips and exercises contained in this book. From the author and the seller of the Human Dharma. Preface. I searched the truth. I found the truth. Now I want to share it with you all. I was not able to live. I searched the right way of living. I found the right way of living. Now I want to share it with you all. The Human Dharma is the product of my own search for truth and the right way of living. The Human Dharma is the human way of living, the right way of living, and the way of living that helps a human live a good life herself and enrich her whole too. From Sushma Puri, November 15, 2013, California, USA. Chapter 1, Introduction. Dharma is a Sanskrit word. Its English equivalent word is religion. A religion is a philosophy of life and a way of living based on certain truths. A religion answers deep queries of human life, helps a human live a good life herself, and enrich her world too. There arose many religions in the history of humanity like Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and so on. Each of these has its own central truths and a derivative philosophy of life and a way of living. The Human Dharma is a religion too. It is a particular philosophy of life and a way of living based on certain truths. The term dharma is derived from the root dhra, which means to wear or to adopt. Sages of ancient India used the term dharma to denote an individual's right and dutiful conduct, which, if adopted or practiced by an individual, helped her live a good life herself and enrich her world too. The Human Dharma is my own creation. The term Human Dharma means a code of conduct to be adopted by a human, or how a human ought to live, a human's right way of living. There is a right way to do everything. There is the right way to stand, the right way to sit, the right way to talk, and so on. In fact, You name any task and it has the right way of being done. Because there is only one right way. The right way is that way of doing a task that ensures an efficient and fruitful completion of the task. It nourishes the task and the doer. My definition of the right way. For example, if you stand the right way, erect and straight, with both knees joined together, with a little space in between your both feet, this keeps your body's inner organs in place, makes your blood flow to all parts of your body, helps you breathe well, and makes you feel alert and healthy. This is a very small example, but the principle of right way can be applied to any task and judged. When applied to living, the right way of living is that way of living that ensures an efficient and fruitful completion of the task of living and nourishes the liver and the life itself. Every task has its own right way of being done. In order to derive the right way of doing a task, you have to study and analyze the entire nature of that task, its purpose, its effects, and so on. In other words, you derive the right way of doing a task from the task itself. Since the human dharma is a human's right way of living, I have derived the human dharma from a thorough analysis and definition of a human's being, make, human life, and certain core issues of a human's life, like death, soul, God, and truth. All of these issues are interrelated too, where one issue leads to the other. In part 1 of this book, titled Philosophy, Fact Analysis, Definition, and Derivative Right Way of Living, I have analyzed what is a human, what is human life, death, soul, God, and truth. As I analyzed each issue, there emerged certain key characteristics or truths about that issue. It was on the basis of those truths that I defined each issue. A separate list of the definitions of these issues is given at the end of this book too, and then derived the right way of living that issue, which means how to look at that issue and how to incorporate it in our daily lives. So far, these derivatives were scattered. Derivative right way of living from each issue. The human dharma is a product of my own deep search for truth. Amid all the fragility and grossness of life around me, I could sense that there was some truth which was deep hidden, beautiful, and eternal. And amid all the confusion and miseries in the blind race of life, I could sense there was a right way of living, since there was a right way to do everything. As described in my chapter on truth, I searched. I searched out and I searched inside me, myself. The study of sciences gave me certain truths about a human and human life. And after years of intense self-search and meditation, one day during my deep meditative moments, I heard an inner voice that said, "It is from me that all emerges, and it is into me that all comes back." This was such an inner voice coming from my own self. At that very moment, I had found myself, my ahem, my I, my own origin point, and the origin point of all. Now I knew where to start from and where to come back to. It was after this personal experience that there emerged Om, the prime truth and the central truth of the human dharma. Om somehow beautifully encompassed all derivatives into it and came up as one compact truth containing the gist of all. Om is a Sanskrit word made of two letters, Aham and U. Aham means I and U means other than I, the world outside me. Om has three sub-truths. First, Om is the whole. Second, Om is the prime energy channel within which the whole moves. And third, Om is the prime principle of living. Each of these is a truth by itself and is related to each other truth too. Each of these truths has its own derivative right way of living. Also, in my analysis of what is a human and what is human life, there emerged 5 eternal human lifelong values. As long as there is a human on this earth, these values will prevail. These are family, education, work, marriage, and child. In tracing the history of humanity from the beginning till present, these values emerged as 5 major building blocks of human civilization. And in tracing a human's life journey from birth till death, these values came up as the building blocks of a human's life's edifice, which a human builds during her lifetime, lives in, and leaves to the whole at her death. These values support and nourish a human throughout her lifetime. These values are the milestones through which a human's life journey is assessed. They create the trail of a human's life and give direction, purpose, and meaning to a human's life on this earth. These very values help a human live a good life herself and enrich her world too. It was from the sheer value of these 5 values that I envisioned the Human Dharma way of living. The Human Dharma way of living is a value-oriented life with short-term goals and daily objectives of a rich, healthy, happy, and meaningful life. A human lives a long life of some 70 to 90 years, but she lives it on an everyday basis. Every day is a counting unit of a human's life. Every day is a new day with a lot of potential and possibilities. Also, every day of a human's life is a new brick that she places in building the edifice of her life, in which she lives during her lifetime, rejoices her existence, and which she leaves to the whole, the world, at her death. Looking at the sheer importance of every day in a human's life, I summed up the entire human dharma, a human's right way of living, into the form of a daily prayer, which the human dharma practitioner remembers every day, the first thing in the morning, plans her day as per it, and lives the day as planned. After all, dharma, a religion, the right way of living, has to be incorporated in our daily lives and in our daily karmas. Only then do we live the dharma way, the right way. At the end of a well-planned, productive day, at night, just before going to sleep, the human dharma practitioner remembers the prime truth of Om and has a blissful night's sleep. In part 2 of this book, titled Way of Living, I have explained Om, the prime truth and the central truth of the human dharma, its 3 sub-truths, and the human dharma way of living. This book has a certain flow about it from beginning till end, where one issue leads to the other, and derivatives of one issue are brought forth and incorporated into another, thus all leading to the final human dharma, a human's right way of living. Therefore, the book needs to be read in entirety from beginning till end, and only then will the reader understand the basic concepts of the human dharma, the reasoning behind them, and grasp the prime truth of Om and the human dharma way of living. The truth of Om has to be understood and lived every day and every moment. Meditation upon Om and breathe by Om exercises form an integral part of the human dharma. They need to be read, followed, and practiced step by step, and only then will the practitioner experience the bliss of Om meditation and the sheer finesse and vigor of the breathe by Om exercises. As the reader will see, the human dharma is not a set of my personal opinions, but a total derivation derived from the basic facts of a human's make and human life, facts brought to light by various sciences, common observations and experiences, and further aided by my own personal experience of truth. In my endeavor to derive the human dharma, a human's right way of living, the very first topic for our discussion is, what is a human? What does it mean to be a human? Thank you, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe it if you did. Also, please share it. That will help me in spreading good teachings of the human dharma to all. Your comments and questions are welcome. Please join us on Facebook and Twitter. In my next video, I will read part of Chapter 2, What is a Human, from my book, The Human Dharma, the right human way of living that helps one live a good life and enrich the whole. See you soon for my next video. Have a great day.